Hello, I hope you're doing well. My name is Jaclyn Veno from Golasso Learning Solutions, and welcome to the Genuine Learning blog, your trusted resource for timely and relevant updates from all the standard setters. Now, do you know about the new annual practice questionnaire that's going to be required for peer review? Well, if not, you have come to the right place. This is actually one of the topics that we explore when we write our AICPA update courses, since GLS closely monitors the activity of the AICPA. During this blog, what we're going to do is we're going to break down everything you need to know about this questionnaire, focusing on the 5 W's: the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started and take a deeper look at this. So just some background information here. The Annual Practice Questionnaire for peer review was approved by the AICPA in November of 2025, so fairly recently. And also, filling out this questionnaire is a requirement. So if your firm is enrolled in the AICPA's peer review program, you must complete this questionnaire. This is not going to be optional. And the plan with doing this is to really address some emerging areas in accounting and auditing, which will hopefully help mitigate the impact of the risks that are associated with these emerging areas on peer review, the profession, and also the public. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, so what actually is an emerging area? Why is this something that's so important? An emerging area can be a lot of different things. It could be a particular industry, a level of service, an audit area, or maybe even an aspect of the firm's system of quality management that is either anticipated, new, or recently evolving. And if this emerging area is not appropriately addressed, this could result in a threat to quality and then, by extension, the profession as a whole. So what would be some examples of these emerging areas in the real world? This would be items like AI-driven technology. It could be digital assets and cryptocurrency, ESG, and also complex revenue recognition. These would all be examples of emerging areas. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog, we are going to break down the 5 W's to keep this just as practical as possible. So very importantly, who is going to be the person that is receiving this questionnaire? This questionnaire is going to go straight to the managing partners and peer review contacts of all firms that are enrolled in the AICPA's peer review program. So if you are someone that's watching this blog and you're a managing partner or you otherwise fit into this category, this questionnaire is going to be coming your way. And equally as important as the who, what is actually on this questionnaire? So just to summarize what is on this slide here, the questionnaire is going to have about 5 to 10 questions about emerging areas. So things like the generative AI and the digital assets. Emerging areas have additional risks that are associated with them. So it's very important that these items are covered on the questionnaire just to help protect the profession and also the integrity of the peer review process. So we've covered the who and the what, but when is this questionnaire going to be sent out? When should you expect to receive this? This will be sent to all managing partners and peer review contacts on June 1st of 2026. So it is coming. It'll be here in just a few short months. And I do want to note that it's also going to be received annually every year after that. So this is not a one and done situation. We're actually going to be filling out this questionnaire every single year going forward. And now, what if you were someone and you decide not to complete this questionnaire? This is considered to be a peer review requirement. And with any other peer review requirement, firms will be subject to the drop process if their reviews haven't already commenced, right? So firms will also receive multiple reminders prior to being dropped from the program, but you don't really want to let it get that far, of course. And lastly, but perhaps the most important thing of all, why is this a new requirement, right? How is this questionnaire actually going to be helpful? This questionnaire is designed to identify key information about the emerging areas, including things like volume and demographics, to really better understand what are the engagements that firms are doing right now. So responding to this questionnaire is going to help firms succeed in their next peer review by triggering a customized email from Prima that highlights all of the relevant resources for each emerging area selected. So for example, if you selected something about generative AI or about cryptocurrency, then you would get those other resources and emails from Prima kind of highlighting those items. This email is going to serve as a timely reminder as well that staff performing these types of engagements that have an emerging area associated with them must, of course, possess the necessary skills, knowledge, and experience, really trying to reinforce the ultimate goal here, which is a quality engagement that ends up getting performed. Completing the questionnaire is also going to help firms prepare to perform and report in accordance with the professional standards and better assess engagement risk. In today's very, very complex environment, maintaining peer review success is going to require continuous focus, as opposed to waiting until the last minute and waiting until it's your peer review year. We want to be as proactive as possible, right? We don't want to be reactive when we're talking about peer review. And I also wanted to do a quick shout out for our upcoming audit staff level training cohorts. We do have our 2026 schedule finalized, which we are very excited about. So if you're someone and maybe you're a manager or you're a partner and you're watching this blog and you're looking for some staff training, I would highly recommend checking out these cohorts. Each level is 16 credits of CPE and it's super interactive. We have a really great variety of auditing topics. It's also very highly rated with a near perfect Net Promoter Score, something that we're very proud of here at GLS. And that is all we have for today's blog. So if staying up to date and current with the AICPA requirements is part of your role, definitely explore how GLS can help you stay ahead of the curve. We have lots of different courses in accounting, auditing, government and nonprofit, A&A, if you need your Yellow Book CPE requirements to be met, as well as professional development and of course the audit staff training. In addition to our live in-person courses, we also have webinars and we are also on LC Vista, and that is our on-demand platform if you're interested in recorded content. Once again, my name is Jaclyn Veno from Golosso Learning Solutions, and thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day.